Hi friends, Tracy here from the Sewing Channel. Welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're like me, you've been sewing up these darling two-seam Magic Tote Bags. Now just recently I put a video out on how to box these corners beautifully. Isn't that a cute bag? But I got to thinking, it needs a pocket. We all love pockets, right? I decided to design a feed bag pocket exclusively for my two-seam Magic Tote Bag. Now I know you all are excited, right? If you missed those original videos on how to make the two-seam Magic Tote Bag, go ahead, click the link in the top right-hand corner and you can get all caught up. You really don't even have to make the pocket along with the tote bag. You can just add it in after. Enough talking already. Let's get busy. Here's one of my existing two-seam Magic Tote Bags where I've boxed in the corners. On my last video I did this one, but I wanted to share with you how you can add a feed bag pocket to your already existing two-seam Magic Tote Bag, whether or not you've boxed the corners or not. And it's really easy. You need to decide how wide you want your pocket to be and how long you want it to be. Based on the measurements of this bag right here, since it has the boxed in corners, I think I'm going to keep it sort of just past where my strap is there and just past where my strap is right there. From the edge of this strap right here to the edge of this strap, it's about 6 inches. So I think I want to go about 7 inches or so. As far as how deep I would like that pocket, if we're attaching it here right along the already top stitched row of stitching right there, it's going to start here, and we definitely don't want it to go past here where the boxed corners are. So I'm guessing 6 by 6. The first thing I'm going to do is fold up. I do want it to be on the fold, the bottom part. That will help with strength of whatever I put inside of that feed bag pocket. A 6-inch by 7-inch in width this way feed bag pocket. And you'll just cut that piece right out. Make a very tiny hem press right here, and that's about, I'm going to say that's about 1/4 of an inch or a scant 1/4 of an inch. Even I'd go as far as saying that that might be even closer to 1/8. Turn this around this way, fold this one just like you did the other one. A scant 1/4 inch or closer to 1/8. Fold it over twice. That's the second fold right there, and you're going to go ahead and give that a hot press. The next thing I want you to do is go and sew a top stitch right along there. There's my top stitch right along there. Everything is nice, pressed down and top stitched. This is the back portion of my pocket, my feed bag, and I'm going to say this is the front portion. When I go to stick my hand in, I'm mainly going to see this part right here. I'm going to make a pleat right here, like a little boxed type pleat. I hope you can see how I did that. If you're looking at it like this, you're going to find the center and then just kind of accordion that back and then accordion that one back. Now they can meet up here if you'd like, depends on how you want it to look. The reason why we do this is because we don't want a gaping pocket inside of our tote bag. We want something that will hold whatever we put in it. So you can see here, I'm just going to iron just that side of it. Now the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead over this again and top stitch this so that my little pleat stays. My pleat is all sewn up. So here's the back of my pleat and here's the front. We're going to do a French seam here and then we're going to pull this over like that and we're going to do a French seam there. So I'm going to put wrong sides together right here, and I'm going to do a scant 1/8 of an inch right there. And then I'm going to turn it around while this is connected, and I'm going to grab this, pull this over here, and do a scant 1/8 of an inch on this side. And I'll show you that before I turn it and do the French. Okay, here's my scant 1/8 of an inch. Now we're going to turn it inside out. Now you are going to pinch that and roll that seam as far as you can to the edge, and then you're going to encase it with your French seam. And do the same thing to this one. When I have an unruly corner like this that doesn't want to pop out, I usually just grab a pin and see if I can't coax it out. Just like that. There we go. Go ahead and do both those French seams and I'll meet you back here. Go ahead and turn it right side out now. And you can see it's wanting to turn in a little bit, and that's fine. We're going to go ahead and give everything a good press. See, I'm pressing it off of where the seam was. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Now my hand can still go in there. Anything that I want, maybe my lipstick or whatever. I'm gonna turn this inside out. Figure out which side that you would like your feed bag pocket on. It doesn't really matter, whichever side you want, because both mine are the same, so it doesn't really matter. And it ends up that these are, with my sizing on the last video that I did with boxing the corners, it ends up just kind of in the center of where the handles were. So I might go a little bit wider on this than the one that I did on this particular 2-seam Magic Tote Bag, but you decide. It's flexible, whatever you like. So I'm going to place this right in the center. So it's going to be, the edges right here kind of hit here. So that edge hits in the middle of where that strap is, and so does that one. So I'm just going to pin this like this. I'm only grabbing the one layer of the bag, and then inside I'm going of the feed bag pocket. Now you see here, I'm wanting to line this up right here. So I need to come down a little farther. I want that seam to be right there. Go in the pocket again, grab this, only one side. Go ahead and pin that. Now for this, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to kind of put this out of the way. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. So it's going to hit about there. So I'm going to just kind of push that back a little bit and pin. I'm going to get the free arm on my machine nice and open, and then I'm going to slide this on my free arm, and then I'm just going to follow this stitching line right here, and hopefully it ends up the same on the other side of where that stitching is. Open up your bag. You may have to slide your strap underneath, and then open it up and slide it onto your free arm. You'll want to start as far as possible to tack this down, but not enough to where it will pull on your bag. Now we said that it started, say, in the center of that strap, and I can kind of gauge that right there. Hopefully you can see that of where I need to start. Be sure and back stitch. I can kind of lift up and see where that line of stitching is, and I can get it pretty close, I think. I'm doing the back stitching, so we don't want it to go anywhere. We want it to stay put. Go ahead and pop that pin out and hold that there. You just got to make sure that this piece stays out of the way. And you want to go up to half of where that strap is, at least on mine anyways. There we go, and then I can back stitch. All right, let's go take a look. That looks pretty good, and I can tell here that nothing is puckering. Everything looks really good. Oh, that pocket is so darling, right? Now it's not connected down here. That's the whole idea of a feed bag pocket. If you wanted to, you could possibly sneak a couple of hand stitches on these corners to hold that down, and I don't think that you would see that from the outside, on this pattern anyways. But go ahead and turn things right side out. Let's see how we did here. Well, I didn't make it perfect. You can see 2 lines of stitching there, but it is what it is, right? So I'll let you have a better look there. You can definitely tell that I went over it twice, and I didn't really want that. I think if I give it a little more practice, I'll be able to master that. If you need to, you can give it more of a press here or on the outside if anything got wrinkled while you were sewing in the feed bag pocket. I hope you can get a good look at that feed bag pocket. It's so hard to film it and show you at the same time. Perfect little pocket. So cute. Oh my word. Until next time on the Sewing Channel, take care.